the Sim Racing Alliance. We are here with Season 10 and Round 1. Boogity, let's go racing. That's the green flag jobs.
Looking maybe even full wide.
They're fanning out. There's a bit of contact. He's got the outside.
Side. That's a great move.
He's got plenty of speed in there, and he's being held up.
He's going to have a better run. Yeah, it's going to stick it on the outside.
Well, that's a late move. 296 Ferrari, though, finds a space.
Oh, he didn't have it.
And we're off and away for SRA.
Welcome back. Got Adam Santana with me. I killed Jeremy Reeder and replaced him with Adam. So here we go. D4 round 2, season 11. We're at Imola tonight.
Yeah, Jeremy's gone.
Yeah.
We buried him really deep.
RIP in peace. In pieces.
We'll see you back next week, brother.
Yep. So yes, Imola tonight. You know, the one thing I don't have open that I usually do is the leaderboard, because I like to pick on the fast people. Get that open. Why don't we just jump right into the track map?
Yeah, let's go
Through
for it.
that, we got the free practice session going on while the drivers enter the server, so give us a little bit of time here. And this is not Imola, so
Oh no.
we're gonna toss it. I have an idea.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Just gonna go on board with Wheeler here as he goes on a little warm-up lap.
Yeah, when we have a track map up on the screen, so we can. They're not numbered, and I always get confused at Imola because I think it should be oriented the other way around. But that's just my opinion.
You know, I agree. Just like the start-finish track should be on the other side.
Right, like having the last two corners at the very top feels strange to me. But yeah, I mean, we're about half of the lap of that Aqua Mineral. It's a very tricky set of corners that goes into the toughest two corners on the track, in my opinion. Very onto the outside.
The third chicane.
Oh man,
There's so many.
Yeah, Rusty's taking it pretty easy. Yeah, it's a very tricky one, especially if you're in mid or the car can really catch you out when you're going down into little boxes. Really tough braking zone going downhill, and then I mean the most important exit on the track here, and box 2 on the main straight.
And I'm glad he's coming into the pits, because you'll see he is probably about to speed. Oh, that was close. So difficult pit entry just because it comes up so fast. I mean, it's pretty right there in front of you. You know, there's no tight corner coming in, but it just is quicker than you think. So if anybody has not practiced that entry, we may see some speeding penalties tonight.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely catch someone out that maybe hasn't done a practice entry. It comes up very quickly. So yeah, and another thing, Imola, I mean, it's a long pit straight. One of the, if not the longest.
Yeah,
ACC. I think
got a
only
little kink in
Spa
it,
is longer.
but it is. You're right. It is a long pit straight.
Yeah. So the tool I have, it says for a tire change, it's roughly 71 seconds. So that is being very on the line. So I think we'll see some stops closer in the 72, 73, 74 range. But yeah, it's a big time loss. But of course, everyone is going to have to pit. So I'm not going to be concerned, but a drive-through would be a concern because that's about a 36, 37 second loss there.
Yeah, in track cuts, you know, we mentioned the chicanes. It's easy to get some cuts there. There's also just some obscure places that it's just so easy to go a little wide on exit and get a cut.
Piratella, the left-hander before you go into Aqua Minerale, I think the exit there, it's super easy to extend off the track and pick one up there.
You're back on throttle quick, and it's so easy there. You can get a cut through just about any sector, there's definitely a hot spot.
Yeah, I mean, and then in Aqua Minerale as well, I think in the second part there, the uphill left-hander, I think you can really get him easy on the exit there, but there's also the anti-cut curbs, so gaining time there and extending is a little bit more difficult, but it's still possible.
Yeah, and especially with the game calculates a cut, it is very tricky through there, because I feel like it's almost inconsistent, where if you follow a straight line, you get a cut at a different spot every time. It's frustrating through Aqua Minerale.
Yeah.
To keep it in balance, but still kind of push the limit.
Yeah.
Especially with the elevation change.
Before we get into qualifying, do you want to throw it to the standings?
Yes, actually, I do that. So first up, driver. So yeah, last week, I don't know if you were able to watch, but we had a battle of the Fernandezes until not Diego, like he's on Rodrigo. I'm trying to remember what happened, if he got a stop with 30 or a drive-through, but he had some penalty. Yeah, so I have to keep an eye on him too. But Dan's leading, and then Steve Music came in second last week, Renee Aoki, third, Shatner, fourth, Sean Daniel in fifth. Yeah. So this being the first race, these are the 4 points. Obviously, the drop race hasn't happened yet, but we do have 1 drop race this season out of 8 races. So for these guys, you know, if they need an off week, or if they got some real life stuff going on, give them a break. And then
or if you just have a bad week, just have a bad week.
Yeah, you know, that's true. You can always have a bad week. Okay, so that's second page. We've got 49 drivers in the division, which I think, yeah, we've got 49th Luker, who's new to the division. I think came from D5. Somebody with some serious pace there, and he's in the Jaguars. So we'll see how.
No, I think he's been a D2 driver, and I think he's unable to drive on Wednesdays, and the compromise was that he would drive the Jag in D4.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how this works out, because he may have a little bit more racecraft experience and understanding the lines, but in a heavily, I don't know, I mean, the car is just, it's a dog. It's a lot of fun, but it's a dog.
Coach better not be watching, because you will be put on his hit list.
You know, I'm a dog person. Don't change the fact that it's a dog. Let's see. So real quick for teams, Isaac Marco and Dan Fernandez. It's only 4 points off second, so it's just, I'm glad to see it. And then 4 points over the third. Not a huge gap just yet. It wasn't like P1 and P2, took it away on the same team.
Yeah, 9 covering the top 3 is very close.
Yeah, it's close. So we gotta keep an eye out for Isaac Marco, Dan Fernandez, Music, Aoki, Steven Music, and Rodrigo Fernandez. So I think our silver drivers are starting their first push lap. Still on Wheeler from earlier. We'll stick with them for this lap. This will be the first push lap. We'll see, a little bit of a banker.
Yeah, and one thing to mention as we're going to the standings was that I think it was 3 or 4 silver drivers on the top of the position so far. So yeah, we'll see how that shakes out. Obviously, round 1 was a little bit hectic. That'll be interesting to see how some of that shakes out with people moving up and down silver and gold.
And so keeping an eye on the chat, and so
I knew.
Got some call outs on silver drivers not being quote silver, which we'll see some movement, I'm sure, either after this week or next. And then my favorites, Jeremy with actually the Jaguar is a cat.
Yeah, I knew someone was going to say that.
You got me there. All right, so I think we saw Wheeler invalidate. While
right now,
Rodrigo just went a 42.8.
Good thing.
I'm going to switch over to Cortez here, because he's already got 43.3 on the board, and he's about half a second almost up. coming into our winter line. Let's see if he keeps it in. No, that is out. That's tough.
Yeah, and you're probably aware it takes a good lap for the tires to get warm. So the first lap is always kind of a throwaway. You obviously still want to put a time in just so you have something. But really the good laps come in 2 and 3.
Yeah, a good safe banker makes for a faster next lap. You got a little bit of confidence. You're not too worried. You take a little bit more risks. And if you keep it in, I think the psychology of it's important. As we see a team from Vargas.
That's very fast. Yeah, I agree. I think my worst qualifying is probably usually happen my banker. Because then you're just in your head.
Oh yeah, Scott Fisher, Santana. I got the booth with me.
Yeah, maybe one of these weeks we'll have the full crew for the race. But right now, Reader and I are juggling back and forth. So.
Maybe they're getting off me.
We'll see.
Morrison coming through. Hey.
Oh, up in the P4. Ooh.
Grab a little too much traction there. Sector 1, I was just about to say, I'm glad I didn't say it, but now I'm going to say it anyway, because I've already started. Sector 1 of the Mustang is fun. It kills those curves, eats them for breakfast. You can cut the crap out of turn 2 and 3. I guess it's 3 and 4 technically. As long as you keep it in track, it's stable. It's definitely a Sector 1 car.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's really stable for you. Ferranti Alta are coming up. If you hit the line right, it's stable. Of course, it'll still spit you out if you don't hit it right. But as you see, Fernandez going through there real smooth. That was stable. He picked up time through there from his last lap. I think he's invalid right now, though. So just the fact that he's picking up time on an invalid lap, I think he's got some more in there.
off and down P7. Those are about 3/10 up and about 8/10 down on visual. It's about a little over halfway through the lap.
I have turned you up a little bit. Just in the chat said that the engine was drowning you out. So
you'll have that.
I did turn up the ACC volume from last week because that was a little quiet. So I did a little bit of volume leveling.
Yeah, well, never mind. We'll talk about it after the race. If you want to do one other thing for me, if you want to go into ACC and hit the insert key on your keyboard one time.
I've been trying that. It's not working, so I have to. I accidentally remapped it to something else, so I'll fix that as soon as the silver driver's finished.
Yeah. Vargas is 42-0, still sticking out as I saved that. That was Moffitt jumping up to P2 with a 42-3. That's a very good lap.
And Cortez is improving. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and switch over. Hold on. My bad. As we miss it.
Right.
There we go. Coming across the line. This should be good for provisional pole.
I mean, it was good looking livery you went to, so at least there was that. Oh, yeah, to the top.
There it is. With a
By less than a
41.9,
10.
our first 41. Silver
Wow,
driver.
that's gonna be fighting for overall pole. That's a very fast lap time.
You know, you say that, and then Vargas is also up right now. Vargas is up 3 to almost. Lost a little bit there. Let's see. You know, having a bunch of monitors is great for streaming until you have to find your mouse. Just trying to switch over to him. But yeah, Vargas has picked up a ton of time. He's about half a second up on his previous best.
That's incredible.
Almost good enough for pole to begin with. This is going to be a hell of a lap.
Yeah, I hate to say it, D4 drivers, I think we're going to see some promotions.
Does he keep it in? It sounds like he did. Camera angle didn't do us any favors. Yep, it's still valid.
Yep.
Lost a little bit of time, but I think it's going to be good for, you know, what, 41.7, 41.6 maybe? We'll see how his exit goes here because he just lost a ton of time. Let's see if he picks it back up.
Yeah, but he picked some of it back up on exit, but now losing again.
Wow, that's about 0.3 lost from where it could have been. Should still be good enough for, oh, it's going to be close.
Oh, it's going to be so close. It's going to be,
So he is, I got to shout it out because it's not visible on the screen, but 0.027 away from pole with that lap. That was a 41.962.
That's incredible.
Looks like Bruzik is improving here. We're going to finish out his lap here as he comes through the last corner. And I'm going to try and figure out how to get the timing showing on the screen.
Yeah, should pick him up a position.
He's got about a 0.2 gap to the next guy up. So
yeah,
let's see.
should be good.
Yep,
yeah,
there it is.
Got one.
All right. Bear with me, folks.
Yeah, we still have Greer, Music, and Robichaud all up on their laps and Moorhead, but not. Each maybe could get a position, but not looking like huge jumps.
FD. Oh, for whatever reason, it's D. Don't ask me why.
Huh.
There we go.
Well,
sorry about that, guys. Let's jump over to Moorhead. I just synced liveries. I'll have to help you if you get that figured out.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
I know my livery, on my race, my livery was for some reason not working the first week, so hopefully
I don't think I've ever gotten my livery to work at ASR on the first upload. I think I've always had to delete it and re-upload it and not do anything different, do the exact same thing, upload the exact same files, and then it works.
Yeah.
It's a great program, but for some reason, I can't get it to work.
Jeremy's, I think he's taking care of sick family, but he's watching the stream with us. He said, I'm surprised Jason let D4 race this week. Have you taken a look at the penalties?
I did, and yeah, someone in the team chat was given the overall penalty points from week 1, and D4, I gotta say, y'all deserve a little bit of paddling.
It was what, like 36 penalties, I think, in 1 week.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. You know, it's first week jitters. You know, it was a long break, trying to cut them off slack. Hopefully tonight is clean.
Yeah, I can't say anything. I murdered a man on lap 1 of my first ever SRA race and got myself a 30+30 penalty. So,
oof.
I don't have much room to talk.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was a bad one. So how are we pronouncing Brandon's last name?
I was just about to say, I switched over to him so you could call out who we were on board with.
That's Brandon
Sabshishin?
You're Brandon this week. That's all there is to it.
Is it Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it on the side of the car. Look at that.
Brandon.
Look at the ticket. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was the
I love it.
I really love that livery during the stream. It's very well done.
Yeah, and we missed the grid walk last week because we were trying to figure out some issues on my side, so we're gonna try and get that done this week, just before the race starts.
Gotta show off those beautiful liveries. Yeah, no huge times. So yeah, Jeremy, I think that's maybe right, and I don't think I can still even say that correctly, but I think that looks about right.
I'm switching over to Brown. He is our current leader with gold drivers. You know, we're going to see some laps pop up here. Probably not going to last with a 43.2 on the board. I think we'll see probably a couple more 41s from the gold drivers, maybe 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, you'd have to think so. There's definitely some familiar names that we know have some pace.
And so Phil here is about a second up on his last lap, which would put him pretty far up the board. Not quite enough for pole, but you know, it's his second push lap, so let's see what he can do.
Yeah, and he's still got half the lap left-ish, roughly.
That's opportunity to gain time or lose it.
Yeah, Almeida on their banker jumped up to P16, just about almost a whole second off from provisional pole, so that'll be one to keep an eye on. That might be a heater here in a few corners. Ooh, the big Chungus just gobbled those curbs.
No problem. Still about 1.2 up. Yep, 1.2.
This is going to be close.
Yeah. I saw the board update. I'm not going to click away because the
Kevin,
stream will get jittery.
Johnston, I believe Kevin Johnston jumped up to P8.
Nice. Let's see where Mr. Brown can put it.
It's going to be just, I think it's going to be P3.
There you go, P3. That's a good lap. We got to keep an eye on Marco, too. Who are the coach picks this week?
Ooh, that's a good question. I will tell you.
I want to say maybe Marco. That's what reminded me. I think I saw.
I think that might be right.
Maybe.
So this week on coach picks for D4, it was Isaac Marco in gold and Wilder, probably Wilder Vargas for silver.
Oh, and Vargas is P2, just barely off of.
Yeah.
Well, I say that. Guzman with a 41.7.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's the year we've been looking for. And the Mustang, attaboy.
Yeah, it looks like Shatner's up a little bit. Brown's also. Oh well, yeah. Okay, he must have had a bad Aquaman early last lap because he just picked up 4/10.
Oh wow, that's huge.
Huge for the program,
Yeah.
some would say. It gets a little sideways in that chicane. Picks up his time back that he lost though.
He did the same on the last lap on the first part. He really had a lot of slip through the first part, a lot more than I would feel comfortable carrying. He's making it work.
Let's see. This is going to be good for pole.
Oh yeah.
This is it.
Yep.
Wow, this is going to be
Man,
a heck of a lap.
2.5 tenths about.
3 maybe? Is he going to get all the way up? Yeah, it's about 2.5. Was it invalid?
Did he invalidate it?
Are we
Oh,
just-
he
Are we just a
no,
bunch
he
of
invalidated.
geniuses? I think we're just. a
He
bunch
must
of
have
geniuses.
invalidated it somewhere. He was up, so he invalidated.
So he's got the potential. We get a little excited for no reason.
Yeah, he's just got to do it again. He's got 2 more in him. So
Yeah. Well, let's check out with Guzman here. He's up again on his time. I clicked on him and then he immediately lost it. So sorry about that, bud.
he's exactly 0 on the delta.
Bad things happen to good people every day. All right.
Yeah, Brown's already about that enough. Let's hop on with
Back to Brandon. He's up.
Yeah.
And Crank behind him in P24. I think Crank. He's also up.
Crinky?
4/10, 5. Yeah, he's.
Yeah, that'll be a big jump up around close to around the top 10, 11th, 12th maybe. And there's a yellow up and it is gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good lap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He just picked up a whole bunch of time. Sean, you're totally right. There's 100% promotions happening. These times are a bit nutty.
Sean's skipping the night just because he's trying to keep sand in the bag.
Exactly.
He says he's at work, but he's not at work. He's just keeping sand in the bag. Yeah, so that was good for P12.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a big improvement.
Pretty big jump.
Oh, and Almeida in P22 right now. If I can find that damn mouse. Is up about a second on his lap. This will be a good one if he can keep it.
Oh, yeah. If they can pick up more, man. This is trending close to pole potentially with a couple good last 2 corners.
Everything I see means he's on a valid lap. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully for his sake.
It is not red in race control.
Lost a little time on that
Lost a
exit,
little
but
bit.
that's all right. It'll still be a good lap.
Yeah, this will be
Maybe
P2 potentially.
Here we go, P2. Good lap.
Yeah, wow.
Through 41.
Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers at 41s and Brown's at a 42-0.
I switch over.
Oh, and
to
Brown's
Marco.
at them. Yeah, and Brown's in the pits, so Brown must have made a mistake and maybe just returned the pits there. But provisional P5, nothing to be ashamed of. See what Marco has in the tank here. Maybe a couple big final corners. No. Not a lot of other green out there. And as I say that now, we're seeing more.
So be good for at least one position. Yep.
Yeah, up in P5.
Let's see. Shatner is improving. Shatner in the Mustang. I think, if I remember correctly, I raced with him last season. But he was in the Porsche, so big difference.
Oh, yeah, that's a big change. I mean, literally. I mean, yeah, that's going from the rear engine Porsche to just the... Not quite a big chungus in the Mustang, but
Put it
it's
P5. Good
there.
improvement.
Wow, that was a great lap.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so we have Guzman P1, Almeida P2, Cortez P3, Vargas P4, Shatner P5, Marco P6, Brown P7, Moffitt P8, Fernandez P9, and Krinky P10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 silver drivers in the top 10. Just another great showing from them.
And 2 of them with 41s. Wow. Hey, we got a 42
Incredible.
flat from Shatner, by the way.
Incredible.
I love to see the triple zeros.
Yeah. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
Oh, Kid Cleaver here for the carnage. Psh.
Oh no.
These ladies and gents are going to surprise you tonight with some clean racing.
Yeah. This is going to be a 0 penalty night tonight. I can feel it. All right. Well, we're going to get set up and ready for the race. I'm going to give us some sponsor ad reads. So first off, a huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution. Uh-oh, I moved that. A modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And also a big thank you to our affiliates. Track Racer, experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. And of course, Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. And I will say Armamentario is a driver favorite in SRA. AT3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style. Elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Of course, another SRA favorite. Makes incredible products. Go Setups. Premium esports setups for everyone. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. And from Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, and Fairy World collectibles, magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle and Cauldron. No, Reader, we're fixing that 49 penalties. Get out of here. Oh, I love what you have set up here. This is just gonna be great. I don't think people understand what's about to happen. There we are. Look at these beautiful cars. Beautiful. Nicely done.
I just realized my mic's been on mute.
I almost asked. I had to step away for about 10 seconds. I will be right back.
Yeah, that's funny. So this whole time I was talking. So we got a couple pit lane. I think we have 1 pit lane start and 4 quality bands. So it'll be an interesting mix as they start racing. And congratulations, Reader, on getting the kids to bed, dinner, put away, dishes done. I know that is a huge milestone every night. So congrats to you. Oh, and Harold Fernandez forgot to hit drive. You know, maybe that's an advanced form of sandbagging. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Fernandez, I think, is car 526. Maybe that's the pit lane start. Maybe.
That is Fernandez.
Okay. Yeah, so he didn't forget. All right, I'm going to grab, let's see, P3. And that should be able to give us good action at the front here. Tonight, we don't have a pip for y'all, but that's okay. You just get to focus on the main action. This being such a long straight, the start finish is like right in the middle, so it gives everybody a chance to get on the straight. No awkward start like Barcelona last week where we had some drivers in the back and kind of getting started on a curve. We're going to go green here any second. And we are off. Looks like P2 Almeida got a good run. We'll see if Guzman can hold it in the Mustang.
Yeah, Guzman better in the second phase there, and
Yep.
someone going up the middle. Ooh, they got it back down.
Everybody's tidy. Okay. Let's see how this next section goes.
I believe that was Shatner got a huge launch out of the third corner there.
And I see a yellow in the back. We will try and catch that replay if I can figure it out.
I think it's clear already.
Yep. Good. You know,
I
Chad,
think it might.
we're halfway through lap 1, and there's been no huge incidents. Oh, we got some more yellows.
Oh,
Never mind.
no.
That shit was
Yeah,
set.
there's something in the back
That
there.
shit was
Yeah,
set.
you cursed them.
That's okay. We're here for
So
the
that
spectacle.
looks like that's what we're here for.
All right. I'm gonna drop. See if I can.
Looks like it was car 877 and maybe 122. Yep, they are lagging behind the pack. So that would be Stefani and Ferrer.
So I'm watching Fernandez here on Marco. Rodrigo's at 10th off, just having just a peek, trying to remind him he's there. Don't know if he's going to go for it here on lap 1. Ferrari got unsettled.
Yeah, and just looking at the big gap on track, I think Fernandez maybe.
Oh, I just caught it. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go back 15 seconds there. Vargas and Almeida, lap 1.
No.
This is a replay, folks. Coming in through to Ravazza. Has the peak on the inside. Oh.
Just a little bit too late there.
Yeah. So that was P2 and P3, which I hate to see incidents, but I do love a mix-up from the front. And I'm going to start this replay here. I think we had an overtake on the straight. This is Fair and Wheeler, I believe. Yep. Yeah, so I think that's Wheeler trying to get a look. And now we're back live, still looking hopeful. Oh,
okay, yeah, so
I think we missed some action. I think Brown is off. I'm going to grab him. No?
Yeah, he's going to get freight trained here a little bit.
Oh, yep. Okay. Oh.
Oh, yeah, that... I'm not sure who that was in front. Maybe that was Shatner.
Was that Shatner?
Maybe had a moment at Tosa.
That's tough.
And then... Yeah.
Oh, we got somebody else off.
Oh, man. Well, we shouldn't have said anything nice about lap 1, apparently.
Well, it was lap 2, so, you know. They're getting better. They're getting better, okay? Jeremy's so disappointed.
I wonder if they bring back that thing we did a few seasons ago where during the practice race they'll keep resetting the race until lap 1 is clean. I wonder if they'll do that for that's going to be a touch.
This is just... Guys.
That's a huge pile up. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Guys, slow down. There's yellow. Slow down.
Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes. Okay. Gosh, I don't even know who to grab. Everybody's moving around. All right, this is Shatner.
Yeah,
Shatner and Cortez, I think. For P2,
that would be
P3.
Cortez.
Yep. Cortez's livery looks familiar. It was him and Brown that got into it the last lap. It was either Cortez or his teammate.
Yeah, because they started next to each other. So I believe Cortez and Fernandez are teammates in the 296. Maybe not. I know there was
one livery's not synced.
No, I remember on the start there were 2 Ferraris with that same black and green. So I wonder if one of them maybe got mixed up in one of those incidents and fell back.
As we see Fernandez there go wide. That wasn't a track cut. That was close to it. So with all this chaos, Shatner in P2 is 10 seconds off the leader, and we're 5 minutes in this race.
I think what we need to point out is on the last lap, Guzman and P1 put 5 seconds on the field because they had so much happening behind.
And don't get me wrong,
that incident in Tosa it caused that
42.7's not. I mean, it's definitely fast, especially full tank of fuel. That is fast, but like. I think the red flag there is Shatner's lap was a 47.8, just because there was so much chaos going on.
But if you remember, I believe Shatner was the one who was off on the inside of Tosa, and then the other car made that. The Ferrari tried to make evasive action and then hit Brown, I believe, and then that set that whole thing off. So I think that's where all that. Yeah, Shatner had a 45 that lap, so. Not quite on the pace, but a lot better. I mean, we have people that are in clear air that are also in the 42s and 43s, so... Yeah, Guzman's not setting a blistering pace, but just, Ooh, there's a McLaren mowing the grass. Oh, and hit the wall! No!
Wow, that was close. Oh, no. All right, there it is.
They need to back up and get off the track. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think D4 is going to have their own practice race next week.
Gentlemen. So I was going to say before these drivers so rudely interrupted me, you notice there's blue flags already being waved. So I think that's only going to complicate the matters. You know, this is like a snowball. You get an incident, somebody gets a lap down, and then they're obligated to let drivers through, and there may be a pace discrepancy. People might get frustrated. It's a recipe for disaster, and we're only 7 minutes in.
Yeah, and we have luckily never mind, they have returned to the pits.
173 return to pits. We've got 4 people in the pit lane right now, I think, maybe 3.
Yeah, and I don't know. Let me check the stats.
Oh, Pat Cockcroft said, let me see my old teammate Greer. You know, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
let's do it.
Let's
Do it.
I know Marco is wanting to pass Fernandez. We will keep an eye on him. And as we see in the background, hold on just a second. I think T-Maw's got to pass on Holmes, potentially.
Ooh, nope.
No,
not
Holmes goes
quite.
off.
Oh!
Yep, here we go.
This will be an
Oh,
interesting
wow.
drag.
I got
Oh,
super unsettled there. I think Holmes has set up his teammate here.
Yeah. Oh, and Holmes
a
has a lot of front damage there. And yeah, I agree. Rodriguez is going to get a run.
Let's see how this turns out. Oh, he swings it way on the inside.
Yeah, already alongside. Yeah, they're just going to box Maw in there.
I think he's got
But
it
Maw's
done.
going to have the inside here.
Wow.
Oh!
Hold on.
There was definitely contact there, but I think that's just a good old-fashioned racing incident.
Let's see. I got a replay here.
Yeah, they gave each other room there. And
No contact. Just
No.
lost it. Oh.
Maybe some net code there, but yeah, no contact for us.
All right, let's check back in with Greer. Looks like he is currently P18, 7/10 off of Aoki in front.
Hey, at this point, P18 could turn into a P8 with
Honestly.
a penalty situation, so...
And I don't know, he may have even gotten into some contact. Who knows?
Absolutely.
It's and then as we see a driver off through Alcantara in front of him here, and I don't know if that's a blue flag. I think so. I think that was a blue flag driver. So yeah, gosh, you can really see that Mustang just smooth. Of course, the
Yeah,
BMW in front of him is fairly similar.
Yeah, I didn't get to read the whole post, but I believe it was Nils Nyax, one of the fastest people. Oh, that's going to be... Oh.
Well,
Woo!
you know what? You did a good job avoiding contact. And
Yep, did the right thing, didn't cut to the inside. Whew.
saved the
About
damage.
gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, saved the damage. Just lost, what, 2 places? 1 place? Not too bad?
I don't know. I don't
it's
know
just-
if he even lost
Oh,
position.
no,
I think
that
it
was a
just
blue
time.
flag. Yep. That was a blue flag driver. Nice. All right, let's, I'm going to jump over to Chang here in P11. Looking at Wheeler. And at this point, when I click on a driver, I'm looking for damage. And
It's all over the place.
I think both of these guys have clean cars.
Yeah, I think if... Oh, yeah, I think it's maybe just the outline of the bodywork on the hood. I thought that Wheeler had some damage, but I think that's just the lines on the hood with the livery scheme.
Yeah, Pat, you didn't give Greer commentator's curse. You gave him viewer's curse. So careful on the call outs, man. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Greer.
Yeah, so right now we've only had the bottom 7 pit, and 3 of them are still in the pit. So I don't know if... I think Buckley and Music might be calling it a day, possibly. And Farrer's in for... Oh, no, Buckley is out of the pits now. Okay, yeah, they RTG'd, so they had to sit for about 2.5 minutes. That makes sense. Farrer's in the pits for a second time. I don't know if that's a planned... I don't know. That wouldn't be a planned stop. But only been stopped for third. Okay, nope, they are moving again. So yeah, we're... I don't know if we have 40 in the race. I don't know how many we started with. 40 feels about right.
I can check real quick. You check if you guys
Yeah,
don't mind the
so
choppy
can I.
stream.
No, I leave it there. I believe we did start with 40. Or that's what race control is showing me.
So we had... Wait.
Oh.
No, we
Dick
had
Zipperberg
37
Jr.
qualify because we had 4.
Oh, we had...
had 4 quality bands, so I think it was 41 total.
Yep, correct.
So somebody
Yep,
has left.
so we have lost 1. So yeah, and that's how I was saying that Dick Zipperberg Jr. into the pits.
I think we didn't say his name last stream, and we totally missed him. And we should give him a shout out.
Yeah,
he
that's
seems
what
like
you
a cool
guys-
guy.
He was
joke,
asked to change
joke name
his
aside.
He did.
Joke name aside, I think he seems like a cool guy. So. Let's see. I think Morrison is having a good look at the back of that BMW.
Yeah. And as we're watching this fight out front, Chatter settled in is on Guzman's pace now, but I mean, Guzman is 11.5 seconds up at this point. So Guzman really just has to keep it clean, have a good clean pit, and you know,
I'm gonna go back.
if there's blue flags, dodge some blue flags.
I think Holmes lost some spots here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some replay. He's got that front damage. If I'm him, I'm pitting. I've got to. You're losing the.
Yeah, we're about
lose spots. You got to pit.
We're getting close to 15 minutes, and I think you should be around Imola. I think you should be able to hold on to your tires pretty well for 45 minutes. Just my opinion, but I'm also someone that, given the choice of not taking tires, I will never take tires. But
yeah.
Oh, we got some action. Oh,
yep, Morrison, Robichaud. Oh, Morrison.
Big oh!
Wow.
That was a huge cutback from Morrison there, and that was...
He got way unsettled.
I mean, that was going to be a great move.
I'm going to switch to Cam here, and... Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that was 4 wheels off the ground.
Man.
That was... Robichaud that got unsettled, ran into Morrison, and we are looking at the sky here, everybody. Isn't it beautiful?
Hey. I mean, those anti-cut sausages, those will get you. Yeah. But, man, that was...
So we've got Dimler with some scrapes on the side of that black McLaren. Now looking at Robichaud as he got unsettled through turn 2. Let's see if Dimler can get a run. I think he's going to have to hold station here if he's smart. Hopefully, for his sake, he's got a move going through Ravaza. We'll see how he can take the chicane. Yeah, he lost some time with BMW. That's tough.
Yeah, I think at this point the McLaren's not going to be as strong through that part of the track as the front engine cars, but hey, the McLaren can't be perfect at everything.
That's close to it.
It really is. They really lost a lot there. Not that overtaking the BMW in a straight line would be easy for any car, but...
Just going to close the gap in Sector 1 in part of 2, and then see it open back up again.
Looks like we just had 5 and 6. Marco and Brown were just swapping positions.
Oh, yeah. Let's catch the replay. I'm going to go back 30 just in case I missed it. It may be too much.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I think they maybe swapped in the first chicane, and maybe there was a cutback and the other got back around, but it looked like in race control they swapped once or twice.
So Marco's leading here. And he gets defensive, and there goes Brown.
I have a feeling Marco maybe drags it into the gravel.
Yep. Oh, well.
Well, good battle at least. Yeah, I didn't see a time where Brown got ahead, but race control showed it for a second. Hey, it's nice to see good, clean battling. Yeah, and as we're watching this, we're on the tail end of the P4 fight with Fernandez, Marco, and Brown.
Yeah, just jumped to Aoki.
I
thought he may have had the move going into the chicane, but played it safe.
Yeah, let's stay there, and I'll keep an eye on this. Brown goes into the pits from, I believe that was P6. So yeah, Brown maybe just looking to pit and get into that clean air and turn some laps before most people pit around the halfway mark.
Yeah, Reader must have caught it. We missed it. He said got our first drive-through. We must have missed it.
Oh wow, we totally missed that.
It is early to be getting a
I
drive-through.
wonder if that was one of those drivers that I thought was pitting but was just driving through.
Maybe so. I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
I think that would have been Vargas probably. He had a 39-second pit time, and that's roughly what a drive-through would be. So I think that's probably it. And Vargas, who was qualified, was up at the top.
Yeah, so we've got Aoki and Morrison right. Oh man, they're close. And then not too far ahead, we've got Dimmler and Robichaud.
Yeah, we have quite a few trains forming up here. Yeah, we have the Robichaud, Dimmler, Morrison, Aoki that we are on right now. And then we have Brandon, still can't say that last name, Wheeler and Chuck Chang for 8th, 9th, and 10th, and then still Fernandez, Marco, and Lorenzo. And Marco Pitts from P4, possibly in reaction to Brown. And Brandon also goes into the pits. And Buckley a little bit further back. And the order is also taking their chance to pit. Keep an eye.
Dimmler. Oh, yes. Oh, there's Aoki having a peek. Let's see. Wow, yeah, these four are. Something's gonna happen here.
Yeah, looks like Dimmler and Morrison both took a ride over the grass there. One followed the other. But of course, not a long enough run for Aoki to get a look.
As we see Robichaud just go super wide through Ackerman Rally. I don't know. I think we've got a handful of drive-thrus coming up.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to see quite a few as this race unfolds. So as far as the pits go, Brown came out in front of Marco and gained three seconds on the stops. I don't know if Marco fixed damage because it was 3 seconds in the time stopped, or maybe Marco went a little bit long in the box. I don't know if that counts as time stopped though, the way that race control records that. But either way, I believe those are highest. Yep, those are 2 highest drivers that have pitted in 26th and 27th.
Yeah, we just ticked over the 40-minute mark. I think we're going to start seeing some people come in herds.
Yeah, I think if you feel like you're being held up, you have to pull the trigger now. You really don't have much of a choice. I mean, 10 minutes on the tires isn't going to make that big of a difference, especially with the fuel load falling off.
Yeah, and just kind of keeping tabs with the leader. Guzman's still lapping in the 42s. It was an invalid 42, so, I'm not sure as far as track limits go and warnings, but Shatner P2 last lap was a 44, so
we've got a run here into the,
that would have been hopeful. It's about a second and a half a lap difference. So yeah, as I'm talking, Shatner puts a 42.7. So
yeah, they've been trading times back and forth. A couple laps ago, Shatner put a little bit of a dent into the gap, but I think if you're Guzman at this point, if you think you're getting a track cut warning, you just fully lift every single time.
Yeah. Yeah, and with that kind of gap, do you just wait and pit last and come out and clean, come out in P1?
I think if you're Guzman, if I'm Guzman, I don't go further than 35 minutes into the race, but I would prefer to be the last person to pit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was Morrison that dragged in the gravel, I believe. Didn't hurt him much at all. Now we have Moorhead in the pits. I'm not sure what position they are pitting from. They've been stopped for about 10 seconds so far.
Oh, that was a good run from Aoki. It was close to his bumper.
Yeah, I think if I'm Aoki, I have to pit this lap. And in front of us, I think that's Dimwell and Robichaud.
Yeah, and they're all for position. So this is the time for Aoki to come in. You're right.
If I'm Aoki,
even Morrison, with the pressure behind, that could be costing some time.
I think Dimler as well. They keep pulling up to the back of Robichaud and just not being able to get a move done. But yeah, I mean, Morrison can maybe make an opportunistic move here.
Let's see if any of these guys come into the pits. No.
No
takers.
Stubborn. They're being stubborn.
You got it. They're sticking with the strategy.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, these races, obviously, with the mandatory tire change, you don't want to pit too early or too late, because then you can't take advantage of both sets of tires. But at some point, you have to be a little bit flexible for the better of your race. Oh, he's off again.
Yep.
He's going to lose two.
I think so. And Greer is not that far behind.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
no. Oh, Morrison. Nothing they could do there. Demler just, I think, didn't want to lose another position.
Oh, Morrison.
Man.
Yeah, let's keep it sportsmanlike. That was tough. I think Demler caught some grass and lost it. Just completely lost it. Was going way too fast to be cutting it that close.
Yeah, that or just didn't want to lose that other position and just try to break that a little bit later, and it just didn't work out. But yeah, either way, Morrison is the unfortunate loser in that situation.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Yeah, also, another Jay Moffitt. Justin, you need to change your first name. There's already a Jay Moffitt. You really threw me for a loop earlier. I thought it was Joel, and I was like, no, Joel's not in D4, he's in D2.
Is Joel 2 F's, 2 T's?
I think so.
Oh. Yeah, we got 2
I might be wrong. It is funny. It legitimately threw me for a loop earlier when I saw his name. I was like, Joel's not in D4.
Why isn't he in the Jag? Speaking of Jag, I haven't seen Looper.
Yeah, must not be racing in. I believe I picked Looper up in fantasy.
Oops.
So that's yeah. It's another 0 for the old team Santana.
Womp womp.
Yeah, hate to see it.
It's okay. I think I'm second to last in fantasy right now.
Well, that's okay. If you were in last, you would have to have literally like 0 points. So, ooh, is Ma gonna get it? Nope, not quite.
And now Kevin Newton right behind too you're gonna see him right there. As Ma gets off, Kevin, I think he's gonna have the move. It's gonna be tight, and I need to switch cars.
Ooh. Kevin, who had a
here we go. Oh.
Holly ban, I believe. I had to start from the back of the pack up to P16s. Good driving.
Let's see if he gets a good run here.
I mean, that's a huge pack of cars. Yeah, so still our top 20 have not pitted. Everyone else down has pitted, and still where are we at? Brown and Marco are highest drivers who have pitted in P21 and P22.
Yeah, looks like Rodrigo from P4 came into the pits. Fernandez.
Oh, okay, nice.
Let's see where he comes out.
So yeah, right now Brown and Marco are a minute and a half off the lead. And again, to reiterate, a pit stop here at Imola loses you roughly, a minute and 11 seconds. So they're about 20 seconds off the net lead at this point. So they're not going to be bothering Guzman, but they very well could be fighting for podium positions. it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out as the rest of our drivers pit.
I think this might be it. Yep. Maybe it's
Yeah.
around Ma. Which it looks like Ma's carrying some damage. And really,
Yeah.
maybe the quali ban or pit lane start, whatever these guys had, maybe it wasn't the worst thing this week. I mean, there's been some serious carnage, some serious damage that is costing these guys a lot of time.
Yeah, but the quali band drivers still, they start from the back of the pack unless they choose to take the pit lane start, which I would probably take in that situation, just stay out of the carnage. But yeah, back to the beginning of the race, and I started saying this, but there was some action that we had to get to, and I believe it was, I can't remember who it was that started from had the pit lane start now, but I don't believe they had done a pit lane. They either didn't. I think it was D Fernandez in P24.
Ah, that's it. Yep.
They didn't start moving until the field was about in the second chicane, so I think they maybe didn't know when they were allowed to go.
Oh.
If anyone watching this has never done a pit lane start before, you literally can usually go as soon as the entire field has passed the start-finish line or the start line in most situations, since the line isn't the same at every track. I would caution anyone, if you do get a pit lane start, that just get in the car when the race starts, put it in first gear, put your pit limiter on, and just pin the gas, and the game will let you go as soon as you're allowed to go.
I didn't know that. I've had one pit lane start intentionally in a practice race just to see what would happen. And I remember crew chief came on and said go, and that's when I went. But that was the only indicator. That was it. So
yeah, exactly.
That's really
it doesn't tell you anything else.
Just hit the gas,
Yeah, I think anytime I've done a pit lane start in a league race, I usually catch the back of the pack before the end of the first lap. Ooh, that's a yellow for 357. It wasn't a long one. Oh, it's still carrying on.
That's Robichaud here.
Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't even go back far enough. So he's at least 15 seconds.
Oh,
of
then he
there.
backed it into the wall. That's why it was sitting there for so long.
That's a tough spot. He has turned the wrong direction. Not much
Yeah,
space.
and you can't just go right back onto the track. Right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, no, Darren.
Oh, I think that car is not in good shape.
Bring her on in for some repairs, you know?
Yeah, the only thing that you can say that's lucky in that situation is that Darren hadn't pitted yet, so
Right.
not going to have to take 2 trips down the pit lane. We have Cortez, Johnson, and Moffitt in the pits now, as we are under the 30-minute mark.
And I've got our, just based on pit, leaders that have made their stop, which Brown and Rodrigo Fernandez. I think Shatner's going to come out in front of these guys, but they are battling right now, slowing each other down. That's only going to help Shatner not lose a spot. It's going to be close, though.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at the map correctly, he is coming out the pits right about now. Yeah, going into turn 2. So they're going to catch him. And you see him up there.
Yeah. Yeah, Shatner is further on the shot, so yeah, they must have really...
That, or maybe he didn't have the best stop. He's about 7 seconds ahead of him.
No, that's... I think Shatner came out behind him.
No, I think that's Shatner in front of him. Hold on, let me switch. I think he's in the brown, or not the brown, the black and yeah. No,
Yep, you were correct.
Yeah, okay.
No.
I was...
Yeah, Shatner's behind him.
Unintentionally.
Wow.
Yeah, I was wrong there. Wow.
Yeah, no, that was tricky. I couldn't find 972 on the track map, and then it... Yeah, so Shatner was...
What was his stop time? I didn't check that.
I got you.
Let me switch back over to Marco.
Shatner's stop time His time stop was 35, so he must have fixed some damage, and he had 1:17 in pit lane, both 3 seconds slower than Brown. But Brown's also been lapping in cleanish air.
Yeah, Brown takes the fastest lap there with a 42.8.
Oh.
Or no, 40, sorry. His last lap was a 42.8.
A 42.1, so he had done it previously.
Yeah, best was 42.1.
Still flying, though.
That is flying for 30 minutes of fuel left. Hopefully 30 minutes of fuel left.
Yeah, and now we have Greer and Aoki in the pits. Wonder if that was maybe a little bit too late for Aoki, but we will see where they come out. And that leaves us with our top 9 still have not pitted.
So I'm just looking at the track map there. We're on board with P15. P13 is the pit. People slot in behind him.
Oh, Marco's going to get through there.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
No, not
switch back and get a
quite.
run up the hill. Let's see. Oh, no.
Oh!
Marco's going to hopefully get out of the way and wait respectfully.
He is.
It's the right move.
Wow, that's going to cost Marco a lot of positions, but you love to see the good sportsmanship.
Yeah, that is good sportsmanship right there. I mean, at a certain point, you just got to go. You let him have the spot back in a little bit. Okay, he's in. Oh, oh no! Oh no! We just saw somebody else hit the wall.
Yeah, at this point, Marco, you got to roll, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got traffic now.
Yeah. Again, trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, I got to give you a shout out for being a stand-up guy. Hold on, let's see.
Man.
We've got a bunch of people in the pits now. The timing board is going wild.
Yeah, Chang, Wheeler, and Unda are all in the pits.
Yes. Kind of want to grab one of them. Let's see. Wheeler's coming out. And, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Chang and Wheeler are both
right in front of him.
Wheeler had a long stop, so I think Chang must have hopped Wheeler there. Wheeler was 4 seconds longer stopped. Guzman, our leader, is in the pits. He said, I've seen enough. I'm getting in here. Get me away from any of you maniacs.
So what I was going to say before they started battling, he was catching them. They were in the same sector on the track. So he was catching up to P13, who had pitted already. So
yep.
Serious pace.
That could be. That's so awesome. Yeah, so who do we have left to pit? Just Ryan. If Patches is watching, he would think you're in P2 right now.
Wait, say that again?
P2 is E. Ryan.
Oh.
Patches would think that's you.
Oh, don't you understand? My name's Aaron Bryan. There's a big difference. It's Brian.
Oh, God bless. No, never mind. Don't God bless Patches. Someone bless Patches.
No. Satan bless Patches.
I love that man.
He's one of my favorites. I don't know if I have a favorite as far as just league personalities. He's up there.
Yeah, it's just a top group of folks.
It's really everybody that does fantasy. It's really that's the Mean Girls Club.
Yeah, because we're all a bunch of maniacs.
Ooh, Cortez. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I saw that gap plummet. If I can find my mouse. Let's go back. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Went back on a pit lane. I should pay more attention, jeez.
Oh, well, no, there goes Cortez by.
Yeah, I just saw the
Maybe
gap
we'll
close
catch the
so
end
quick.
of what happened. It might have been the Cortez hitting or Lorenzo hitting a time beacon and it jumping.
Looks like Chang and Wheeler side by side. Okay.
I don't know how that wasn't contact.
single-handedly keeping D4 from getting banned. And I don't know which Jeremy said it in the chat, but some of these battles are clean, so we got to give them a shout out. You know, we're poking a lot of fun at a lot of these incidents, and they are pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie, but there has been some good clean racing too tonight. So
I will say, and this is just my personal opinion, but I think D4 is the division where many drivers figure it out. They figure out they're getting faster, but then they figure out the consistency. And I think we have a lot of new names. I think quite a few people that moved up, and I think maybe some less experienced drivers or just some people that maybe just haven't quite figured it out yet. It happens. It happens. I think as this season goes on,
too.
Yeah. I think as this season goes on, this division will be very clean.
Again, that happened last time too. I think the first 3 races were bad. And it got really clean. I think by the last race, there were fewest incidents in D4.
Yeah, and we know this division has a pace. We've seen it 2 weeks in a row. So I think we'll see some people putting it together, and I think the racing is obviously entertaining, but I think it's as this season goes on, it'll be entertaining and better.
That Jeremy said, so 49 penalties? Anybody keeping count? I don't know. We'll see.
That's up to the stewards.
We'll see. They got to put their tickets in.
Yeah, and we have our final 2 pitters. Ryan and Morrison are both in the pits.
Chang is right on Wheeler. He's patient, though. He's pushing, but as we see Johnson getting a little upset through Aquaman early, we'll see if he can catch back up to these 2 guys. Yeah, that gap opens up. Every chicane they go through, that gap opens up, and then it closes back down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's like that. That's kind of what I was getting at. Pace, it doesn't mean anything, and I think that's a lot of these drivers are unlocking their pace, and they're figuring out that pace plus being closer to the edge and being consistent at the same time, which is difficult. It's not easy. I mean, just for the purposes of SRA, D4 is, roughly right in the middle. But I think if you threw a lot of these D4 drivers into an open lobby, just a random open lobby, they're going to be like top 5.
Oh, Marco goes deep
that
on
was
the brakes.
A big sin.
And got a little bump. I mean, that could have turned out worse.
I mean,
for both of them.
I think that was Ruzi just kind of saying like,
I'm gonna go back and see if I can catch that replay here.
Again?
Yep.
I mean, just a little bonk on the rear. That's not a lot to be done there.
Yeah. Rejoin was okay.
I'm curious why Marco immediately ducked from the pits.
Oh yeah.
Unless they picked up a drive-through, maybe. I don't think they would have done that. I didn't see a penalty come across.
I don't know. Maybe he's just parking it.
Could be. Yeah, because we're down to 38 now, so we have lost 2 more. And I don't see Marco on the timing anymore.
So you know what? We've been watching Buckley in the GTR. Gotta give the GTR a shout out. Loves those curves. Down in P37, but
yeah, and was caught up in one of those early incidents, I believe, not through their own fault.
So I've seen this gap to Music close up, and we know Music's got some pace too. So some drivers at the back here that are pretty quick. Our closest battle.
So I thought everyone had pitted. I could have swore I saw Morrison.
Ma just came to pits. which I think he has already made a stop.
Yeah, but Morrison is still in race control, showing P1 with no pit stops, and I could have swore I saw Morrison in the pits earlier.
Could have been a drive-through.
No. I guess it could have been.
Jump up.
No, let's. Yeah, if you want to hop somewhere there, then we can hop right back to that.
Okay, so Morrison has not cleared.
Okay,
the
no,
stop.
he's coming in. Okay.
Now he's coming in, playing it real safe on entry. So that's good.
I was seeing stuff then, so Morrison had not pitted. That's a long way to go. No, I wouldn't be against doing the same thing. Some people can just keep their tires alive better, and especially if you're driving the pack for a long time, you can really hold on to the tires.
Yeah, if you're not pushing to get a pass done and you just kind of stick to the back of them. Oh yeah.
Yep, and then of course that promotes Guzman back up into P1, followed by Brown and Shatner. Do have, not that we need to hop away from this, but we do have a bit of a battle.
Let's check in on it.
Fighting for P6 with Wheeler, Chang, and Johnston.
Yeah, I think we've been with Buckley for about 2 laps. Let's jump back over to Chang.
Yeah, and Johnston just fell off the back of that a little bit. Maybe a bit of a Ferrari moment through the first chicane.
Oh, somebody, who's, that's Egg in the chat.
I wonder if that's Marco.
Oh, no. Yeah, is that Marco?
I think that would make sense for the timing-wise. But it could have, oh, or is it Ma?
That might be.
Because Ma's still sitting in the pits. Driver, you don't have to dox yourself in the chat if you don't want to. Don't feel.
Oh
like
yeah, Jacob Rogers. There you go. No.
Ow, Jacob, you know better.
He gets doxed by his
yeah
OBDA brethren.
Yeah, well.
So Fernandez, Morrison, and Fernandez, 3 drivers that I know have some pace, are battling 14, 15, 16 here.
I mean, Fernandez in 16th had the pit lane start and up to P16. I mean, that's
he won last week, right?
So, oh wait, wasn't that the other Fernandez?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, we can't keep anything straight.
Oh my gosh.
I'll check it. I'll check.
All right. I'll keep stream from going wild.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, why did I go there?
Okay, so yeah, Marco in the Discord said missed his pit box as well.
So yeah, Dan Fernandez did win last week. So did Fernandez start from the pit lane today, or I could have swore that was the car that started from the pit lane. Maybe
you can check penalties. You can check the penalties page.
True. I have that power. But no, I don't think he could have kept the W and gotten a pit lane start.
Well,
unless he had that big of a gap.
We see Morrison get way unsettled and is going to lose 3 spots, maybe 2 spots there. No contact, so that's good. So I think we're going to see a battle of the Fernandezes. And I'm all for it. Switch one thing real quick. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so that couldn't have been Dan. Unless he... Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze.
Sean said he won by 32 seconds. Yeah, it was ridiculous, whatever it was. I remember.
So unless he chose to take the pit lane start, but I could have swore that was who started from the pit lane.
He could have forgot to hit drive. This is going to be a good run here. Let's see if he can keep it. He had to back off a little bit there. Dan on the outside. See if he can get the switch back and run up. Nope. Let's see. I think we got some action up here with Chang and Wheeler again, and Johnston behind, side by side through Ravaza. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
kept it tight on the bumps. Okay.
The three were separated by 0.3 of a second there.
So Chang is keeping it way inside. Switches around. This is close. The three of these drivers are all won that P6 spot.
Oh, Johnson's gonna. Ooh.
I'm gonna go on board with Johnston here. I think that'll be a good view for everybody. See how this Ferrari takes the curbs compared to that Mustang in front.
Yeah, and as we continue to watch this, I will keep an eye on the gap for P2 is down to half second. So we'll keep an eye on this fight, and I will keep an eye on that gap, and we'll see if it gets any smaller. As we're watching, it looks like Morrison passed Moorhead for P16. That could be the benefit of those much fresher tires that Morrison had with the late pit.
Yeah, and I know Morrison lost, I think, 3 spots just a lap ago. Getting unsettled. I think touched grass on the. Oh, wow, I thought was going to be close. At the hairpin and lost some spots. I guess he's trying to gain them back. Justin is like, come on, let's go.
Oh, goes
very
for
hopeful.
it! Whoa. Wow.
Let's grab that back.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that from an off-board camera. I think Wheeler was very compliant with letting that happen.
Yeah.
Wheeler could have let that be an accident if they wanted to, and they chose not to. So
good racing, Wheeler. Good, safe driving. And is that Wheeler in front again?
Yeah, I wonder if
he
Johnston let him by.
Yeah, maybe so. Hate that we missed it, but had to see that pass on camera.
Yeah. No, I mean, assuming that was intentional, as it looks just by the gap, that's again incredible sportsmanship to do that. Yep, and the gap there for P3 is it's yo-yoing a little bit, still at 0.7, so it's not coming down. It's just kind of ebbing and flowing. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. And Moorhead's stuck on the rear of Morrison now, so that's a pretty close battle. And then we have Fonseca behind Krinky for P23, and then Vargas behind Holmes for P30. Other than that, we're pretty spread out.
Yeah. If I can switch back, here we go.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, let's get on that one, because that came down. That was 0.4 now. Not growing.
Like a good onboard camera here in the last 8 minutes. How many laps is that? We got 4 or 5 laps left?
Probably 5.
Maybe 6. Depends on where leader is.
Yeah, it could be.
This is dirt getting kicked up. Somebody went off right
Yeah, I think that must be a blue flag. That is a Ferrari. I can't quite catch the number. But what I can do, because I have the power to do it, looks like Ferrer. I'm not sure the pronunciation. P26. And now we have Lorenzo cruising up on Cortez for P4. That's under a second. And Lorenzo put a second into that gap last lap. I don't know if Cortez made a mistake somewhere. Now it's back to 1.1. Let's keep an eye on that.
I just switched over to Dimmler on Ruzic. Got a good run on the last corner. Let's see if he can get something into turn. I think technically two.
So Dimmler's in car ramrod, and we can't see that livery. That's disappointing. Oh, Ruzic really unsettled. Oh,
a little bumping. Okay, that's okay.
I think Ruzic getting unsettled on the first set of curbs forced Dimmler to get onto the inside curbs, but they both made it through, and Dimmler gets a position.
Look at the condition of both these cars. I think Dimmler's got some side damage. His front looks clean. I can't say the same for Ruzic, though.
Yeah, that driver's side door looks a little scuffed.
But look at Ruzic's hood. Looks like he's got an inner row that's popped up so high. Let's see, Cortez in the pits.
Drive-through. Wow.
So that's going to be a promotion for Chang, Wheeler, Johnston, Greer, Aoki, Moffitt, not Joel, Ryan, not me. It's going to be a bunch of spots. Wow.
Yeah. I believe that they're out, so they came out in P12. And they won't be bothered from behind, so that'll work out for them. But yeah, that's a killer. That is a killer. So yeah, they lost. They were in P3, right?
Oh shoot.
No, they were in P4.
Yeah.
They were in
P4. Shane was the first one to get promoted. And it doesn't help. Sorry for the jittery stream. Every other time I click away from race control, it jumps to the settings screen. So I gotta click back in there, and it jumps. So I think Wheeler's our closest battle right now. Still about 7/10 off of Chang. Shatner closed the gap a little bit to Guzman, but still 16 seconds off the lead. 5 minutes to go here. We'll keep an eye on Brown, hovering about a second off of Shatner. And then P4 is another 15 seconds off of Brown. So podium's pretty well locked in if they can keep it clean. We'll see if 2 and 3 swap spots. Morrison down there, 3/10. And I know we had 2 Fernandez right near each other. I think Dan must have had some kind of incident to be dropped back behind Moorhead. I missed that.
Yep, that's I think that would have just happened recently, and then Morrison and Moorhead are behind the other Fernandez. I mean, that's the... Oh, you're on board with it. I should just look over my left a little bit. Yeah, and Unda is now giving Ruzic some problems just behind this battle. We got and looks like Almeida passed Fonseca, but that must have been an error from Fonseca because the gap is over 5 seconds. Brown's closed back up on Shatner.
Oh, Morrison.
Oh no! Oh, I missed the beginning of that.
Here we go. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
That was, there's no space to go. That was tight and
no.
ran out of room
And
there.
Yep. Man, was having a really good race there, too.
So let's see Shatner. Shatner snuck right up to the back of Brown here. Or no, sorry. Brown snuck up to Shatner, is now in P2. Gosh, let me see if I can catch that on replay. I don't know if it'll let me go back far enough.
I think if you go back 30, we should
go.
catch it.
Yes.
No, it must have happened in...
No, this is it. Shatner's in the Mustang. Okay, so
Oh,
Shatner
it is.
missed.
Yep.
Yeah, Shatner missed
Yeah,
the corner.
Yep, that'll do it.
We'll see if he can pull it back. We got another 10 seconds on this replay. Gap's crowing still. Looking live time.
Yeah, it's back over a second, but Shatner's going to have some dirty tires and maybe a little bit of hurt ego, but over 2 minutes left. Should get at least 2 more laps in this. Where's Guzman on track? Just about to cross the start-finish line.
Yeah, we'll get 2 more.
So, yep.
Which anybody cutting it close on fuel may not be happy about that.
I've been there.
Yeah, so we didn't
I had
go
already-
over it, but pit rules. So no refueling allowed. Pretty much a wide open pit window and mandatory tire change. So if you don't put enough fuel in to begin with, you will run out.
Yep. Yeah, we did mention the mandatory tire change, but yeah, we did not mention anything about the fuel. Yep. Which is a bit of a change from seasons past. I like it. It's a good change. I think the point is to promote racing instead of undercutting or overcutting for position, which I think, as broadcasters and commentators, we certainly don't hate that.
Yeah, I do enjoy the brief moment of when an over and an undercut meet and it's close. You know, you're watching somebody come out of the pits. That's a lot of fun, but I would much prefer to see some door banging and just close racing, people coming into the pits around the same time. And I think this definitely, especially with the added, keeping fuel topped off and not allowing a refuel and just people running quali laps. It mixes up the race. The first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes are completely different.
Yep, exactly.
And I know our leader is, he is definitely going to make it to the line for another lap.
Yeah,
okay, we see this is close.
Oh, it's gonna. Oh,
Just pushed him off.
I made it with a little bit. This is my corner I'm going through.
Unda looks like he's losing the pretty good run.
I think.
And then lost.
I think Wheeler on Chang for P5. That's under half a second right now.
Here we go. And current fastest lap, Guzman in P1, best lap of 41.605. His last lap was a 44.4. So he lost time somewhere, but man, that is a blistering lap race.
If you would have told me before the season started that we were gonna have a D4 and the best lap was gonna be a 41.6, I would have said, oh yeah, in quali, yeah, that makes sense.
So Aoki's going slow.
Oh,
and he just lost 2-3 spots. I think he is running out of gas. We'll see if he makes it. And Wheeler, last lap battle here. Keep an eye on Aoki. Wheeler really wants that P5.
Yeah, I put Aoki up on my ACC, and they seem to be going okay now. I can't.
I'm not sure what happened there. Because it wasn't.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
it
not
was blue
sure.
flag. Because he lost a couple spots.
No, not blue flag because they're on the lead lap. I don't know if they move. Oh, Cortez with a huge moment in front of Aoki. Aoki gets one of those positions back. Wow.
Let me see if I can grab that for 50 seconds.
It was a big half spin.
Okay. All right. We will stay on with Wheeler here. As my timing moves again. All right.
Yeah, as Guzman takes the checkered flag for the dub in week 2.
And Phil Brown comes in P2. Shatner P3.
Not quite across the line yet, but it's looking like Lorenzo P4. Get over the line. There they go.
So we're going to see Chang come across. Wheeler just behind. Fernandez and Cortez are pretty close. Got about half the lap still to go. They may hold station, play it safe. It's been a long race for these D4 drivers tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no. Oh, crap.
So Moorhead looking at Fernandez now. Just going to hold station, I think. Yeah, across the line. I think that is P13 and 14.
Yep, brought it home.
And I think Ruzic, right here, Ruzic and Unda here, within 3/10, going to cross the line together to round out tonight's race. And there we go.
Well, maybe not the race that we quite wanted, but it was absolutely an entertaining race. I think outside of those first couple laps, I mean, obviously we had the odd incident here and there, but outside of the first few laps, I think the racing was good. Obviously, we had a lot happen early on, but I was thoroughly entertained. I think everyone watching was as well. Huge congrats to Guzman for an absolutely dominant race win.
Yeah, good race for him. Brown, Shatner. I think our podium.
Yeah, I think
a good race.
Especially Brown, Shatner. They really had to work for that one. I mean that wasn't an easy one.
And I'm pulling up the because I have the memory of a goldfish. I wanted to pull up the qualifying times and compare and see where people landed because
that is the one failing of race control is once the race is over, it doesn't capture the results, and once people start leaving the server, they fall off of race control.
Yeah.
So I tried to take a picture of it real quick.
Yeah. So all right. So Guzman started pole, kept it.
Yep.
Phil Brown started from P7.
Yep.
Put it all the way up to P2, and then Shatner started P5 and made his way up to P3. So good on those guys. I think pretty much everybody else, it was a war of attrition for people leaving. It was just an all-out war in general, but
yeah. And I don't see any of our podium finishers in a chat anywhere.
Yeah, sometimes it takes.
What about for silver? Well, we had, I believe Wheeler won silver.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
And they are in chat if you want me to pull them.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll grab them. Are we positive he won silver before we pull him in?
But he was P6 and
okay,
top
that
5
looks right.
Gold.
Okay, I will. Let's hope I move him to the right one. Hey, Rusty, you there?
Rusty Wheeler.
There we are. Hello.
Yay, Rusty.
Rusty, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Thank you.
You have a second to talk?
I think it's well past that after the times that it hasn't gone well.
Has it been in any incidents lately?
Not today.
Man, we were just kind of talking like the top finishers really just kept it clean. You finished pretty good this race. There was quite a bit of bumping tonight.
Yeah, there was. I really think that was the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you, were you close to any of those early lap incidents? We know lap 1 was pretty clean across the board. There was like one incident toward the back of the pack, but laps 2 and 3, we saw some big incidents. Were you close to any of those?
Not too close. I saw some cars off. I saw some cars sideways, but I always had time to react.
That's good.
I got lucky that way.
Yeah, so by our count, it looks like you were our silver winner this evening.
Really? That's
yes.
awesome.
Huge congratulations. If we're wrong about that, you can
Just blame me. Yeah, blame me. I checked it.
No, you know what? Blame Reader.
You know,
so yeah,
congrats for silver until promotions. We'll see how it all shakes up. You know, we may see some golds leave the division. We may see some silvers move to gold. So,
yeah, I think there could be some shuffling looking at all of our quality times.
Yeah, I think we can maybe see some silver drivers going up to D3. The qualifying times period were pretty nutty. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, that 42.4 I did, I think, was my personal best. So I was just happy to be there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I think average or best lap in the race was a 41.6 from Guzman. Race
oh
lap.
my.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on it. He was really on it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
honestly,
I had a great time
42s
tonight.
Is pretty. I mean, you were right there with pace. Pretty much everybody. Like Brown was pretty quick, but it was competitive top 10. It really was. It was. Kind of how I started it. It was really if you could survive, but I think the pace is there for this division to really.
I think so. I think this was actually, I think this was a great race. I actually just had to message Chang that I don't think I've ever spent so many laps next to somebody without either of us running into each other.
Yep. And the chat gave y'all some shout outs too, where, you know, we've had this race, we definitely had some good, clean, respectful driving. So.
Yeah, I think we all kind of learned a lesson last week.
Yeah, some of you did, but you know.
I think a lot of people did.
Yep, I do too. Anyway, yeah, congrats on the silver win.
Thank you very much.
Next week, right?
I think we're on next week, yeah.
What's next week? Where are we at?
Suzuka.
Oh, baby. That'll be
That's
some
gonna
good
be an
racing.
interesting one.
Yeah.
That'll be some good racing.
I'll let you guys go.
Yeah.
Thanks for pulling me in. Had a great race. Thanks for covering it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no problem. Well done.
Thank you.
The only, and I don't know, they weren't. No, Greer, I think, was P2 and silver, but they are.
He's
streaming in the post race, so we don't want to interrupt that.
I'm just looking down the list. I don't see Guzman. I don't see Brown. I don't see Shatner. I don't see Lorenzo.
No, and the D4 drivers that I'm familiar with are not in chat anywhere.
I don't see Chang.
So I don't want to just yank these guys that are doing post race.
We can end it off. Let's
Yeah, you know what we can do is we can put something in chat tonight or tomorrow morning or something, and let those guys know that if they aren't aware, that if they want to hop on stream with us and chat for a couple minutes, that they are more than welcome to. They just need to get into a chat somewhere, and we will we'll find them and pull them in, and we can chat. And of course, they're not obligated to do so. I wouldn't want to talk to us either.
I mean, we're going to force them to do so. They don't have to speak. You know, we'll give them the boot, kick them back out. But,
yeah, we'll talk at them for a couple minutes and tell them to go away.
Yeah, any viewers that are racers, there's just an option to pull you in or not. There's no
yeah.
There's a cooldown room that nobody uses, so we just drop you in here. Just welcome to the booth, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, yeah, we'll end it off there. We'll see you guys next week, Suzuka, and hopefully I can figure out how to, and maybe I need to call Patches about this, but bring Reader back from the dead And
Yeah.
I'll have Adam and Reader in here next week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I think calling in patches is gonna be a must.
Yeah, light some candles, unscented.
Did
candles.
you write down the directions? I didn't.
There were directions.
Well, where we put him?
Uh,
Shoot. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to figure that out real quick. Yep.
All right.
We'll try and have Reader back next week, guys.
See you guys later.
Bye.